Good morning. Buenos días. Buenos días, señores. Wednesday morning, it is 5:34 a.m. Macanudo. Don't smoke a lot of these. I have one over there in the humidor, so it's been chilling out in there for a minute. Figured I'd light him up today and see what it's about. So I've been up for a few hours. Could not sleep. We have foxes at our house. Whole den of them, whole heap of them, and they loud. They like to about 3 a.m. They like to sit outside the window there and go. They bark, and it is extremely loud. So we have smoked a few of them. We've smoking a Macanudo right now, but we have smoked a few of the foxes as well. And we're getting down to the last few, but man, they'll wake you up, and they're just mega loud. So well, I'm gonna go up to the shop, get started on some super pump builds. I'm building all of these things, most of them myself. I've trained a couple of my guys to help me build them. We shipped out about 20 something last week. I'm shipping out 3 today that are the speed control versions that we just had 3 of those in stock. And those were purchased over the weekend. And then we're building up some more of the regular versions that are pre-orders, and they'll go out today as well, a few more. So we're trying to get, 10 or 12 out the door every week. Amazing to me how many people are calling in about their super pump. And I have to ask, did you read the terms and conditions? Because it says clearly, go read them if you're curious what it says, but you actually have to click past the terms and conditions and say, hey, it's a pre-order, dummy. Don't call us and bother us about it when you start getting antsy. Where's my pump? I will ignore you. Actually, if you bother me or if you have a bad attitude, I will pull your label and stick you to the back of the pile. So, guys, do not, if you have a super pump or super 8 on pre-order, I've had guys in the YouTube comments, hey, where's the super pump? I ordered it 2 weeks ago. It ain't shipped. I'm like, did you? And I asked them, did you read the terms and conditions? No, I didn't read. I just clicked it. I didn't read it. Well, see, that's on you. So we are shipping a lot of the big ones out, and then the Super 8s are coming. But you know what? I don't owe you an explanation as to when they're coming because it was in the already. I already told you. Guys just don't read. So this morning, after I was up with Mr. Fox, Bro Joe, what up, dearie? Hey, your next box of goodies is on the way. Still waiting since Black Friday. Yes. I don't give a fuck. Like George, I know George is he's a pretty cool guy though. But we've got guys that ordered at the convention in August. It don't matter when you ordered. It was all a pre-order that said, So there's guys that ordered on Black Friday. That don't mean shit to us. It was just a batch of the whole thing was pre-orders. But we probably pre-sold 30 something, around that week of the trade show back, and that was last August. So obviously we're sending those. We're going in order of who ordered first. And we pre-sold pre-orders about a little less than 100 of the Sweet 16s. And so sending out, 25 or so by the end of this week. About 25 will be out the door. That gets us a quarter of the way in. And then we'll probably have a week in there where we can build up like 30 something or, close to 40. And that'll get us about at the halfway mark, getting it's what I want to do. I want to get them caught up, but it takes time to build them up. And a lot of those parts this thing don't draw very good. We had to CNC some of those parts because I didn't want to wait on the molds to get done. Well, now the molding is almost done. And so I may be able to send some of these out the door with the molded parts on them and just put the CNC stuff that I've got left over in the bin and save them for emergency parts or something one day. I don't know. But they should all be caught up here pretty quick. And then when the Super 8s parts, motors, and stuff get in for those will go a little bit quicker. It's a little faster to build them. Them speed controls take a while. They take a little bit longer to wire up. But anyway, that ain't what I wanted to really get off on this morning a whole lot. Saw this. I'm gonna throw some images here up on the screen. I'll check this out. Up this morning, Mr. Fox wakes me up, and I get on Facebook poking around because I can't go back to sleep. And for those of you that know, we've got that old 1963 blue F-150 or F-100, and so I'm in a few of the old F-100 groups and stuff. They're really cool, those old trucks. Well, this week, this is the week of the Ford F-100. They call it the Grand Nationals, and it's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and it's just basically a big car show. So if you've ever found yourself in Gatlinburg Pigeon Forge during the car shows, it's like, holy piss, we shouldn't have came today. They'll have that whole town locked down with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guys there that bring their trucks, and they walk around and look at each other's trucks. It's a thing. You know, guys build these trucks up, and it's a thing. So that is happening this week. Well, I'm in a couple of those groups, and so check this out. This guy says, I blacked his last name out. Andrew, Ford F-100 World. This is a big Facebook group. Headed to Kansas, final leg of the day. Then on to Tennessee. So he's from California, and I guess when he posted this, he was stopping in Kansas, and then he had the final leg of the trip to get to Tennessee for the show. Cool. I was scrolling. Less than 30 seconds later, I see this one. Wish I could go to the Nationals, the show, but I live in Kansas. Do you see a problem here? Do you see a mindset difference between these two guys? Andrew is from California, and he is stopping in Kansas and going on to Tennessee with his truck. Okay. And Tanner here, homie Tanner, he can't make it from Kansas to Tennessee. Now, this is a good example of a mindset difference between two people. And it's a really good one because it's a stupid car show, so it don't really matter. And it helps to understand, it helps to see the lay of the land if it's not something business related. This is hobby stuff. Okay. This is just guys like these trucks, and they're all into them, and I like them too. It's cool. I wouldn't mind going up there and walking around looking at the trucks. But one guy says, I'm stopping for the night in Kansas on my way to Tennessee. Yay, excited. The other guy says, I wish I could go, but I can't. I'm in Kansas. In his mind, in the second dude's mind, in this guy's brain, he has convinced himself that Kansas to Tennessee is impossible. He has said that this ain't doable. You've got to be very, very cautious with your words. I know it sounds like, why are you getting so granular about this for? Because your words matter, and how you think about what you're saying and what you're doing, what you're programming your brain matters. He has told himself that he can't get to Tennessee from Kansas. I'd love to go, but I can't get there. Hell, I'm in Kansas. You hear the way that sounds, the tonality. The other guy is 3x further away and is stoked to be in Kansas. He's like, I'm almost there. Last little leg, I'll be in Tennessee. Hell yeah. And this is for something that don't matter. This is for something that's just to go literally look at old trucks. But we see the same thing in business. We see guys that they're like, well, I'd love to get started, but I can't because fill in the blank. And then you'll get off the phone with that dude and hear the next guy with the same story. I was going to say same wife and kids. I hope it ain't the same wife and kids, but wife, 2 kids, same situation. Dude, let me know what I got to do. Hook me up with the finance company. I'm gonna put some money down. I'm gonna buy it in cash. I got a bass boat. I'm selling that. I got a guy. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna get this thing going. Now, I'm not saying this. Trust me. I'm not saying the point of this video ain't to get nobody to buy a damn thing from us. We do not care. I'm telling you, in your own head, Noodle, right here, the narrative that you put and tell yourself out will soak in to the point where you believe it can't be done. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. I can't get out there. I've said stuff like that before. I can't get out there. I can't do that. I'm this. I can't do that. I'm this. No, here's a better way to say that. I understand what the guy's saying. I understand what he means. But I want to be hyper intentional with my words. I want to be so specific with my wording. Here's what you should say in this situation. I'd love to get out there. I just ain't going to make it this year. I'm choosing not to make it this year. I ain't going to make it out there this year. Or I want to get out there. Here's what you could say, but it's too many words. You would say, I don't want to go bad enough. That's what we actually mean. I don't want to do X bad enough. Now, that's not always bad. That's not always wrong, right? It's not always wrong to not want to do a thing. I say no to more things than I say yes to. Sometimes the answer is just no. No. I don't need to qualify it, or I don't need to say that I can't do it. I'm just going to say I'm not going to do that. No, I ain't doing that. Hey, could you I got invited to be a guest speaker at a big lawn care thing. Hey, we want you to come out and be a keynote speaker. No. It's not that it's not a good thing. It's not, I don't have no attitude about it. I just ain't doing it. I'm not going to say I can't, I'd love to, but no, I wouldn't love to and can't. I can, but I'm not going to. So I'm not going to say I can't because I could. That would be a lie. I ain't going. That's what it is. I ain't going this year for those of you that just joined, this is what we're looking at. This homie cannot. I wish I could go to the Nationals, but I live in Kansas. And this homie is driving 4 times further and is stoked to stop for the night in Kansas. That is so wild to me. That within the same, I scrolled one time and I got to see 2 totally different mindsets of humans that are looking at the same event in freaking Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, where all good Baptists go for vacation. All right. They both have a old truck, which by itself is a hobby. My cigar is going to go out if I don't puff on a little bit. It's so wild to me that guys will look at the same problem and look, not ragging on this dude. We probably all be like that sometimes, but you got to self-audit and listen to how you phrase things. It's not about what you can or can't do. Everybody that watches my channel, you do not have to be rich. You do not have to be loaded to make it happen. We've all got access to a little bit of money. We can all go work. We can all go get a little loan. We could all probably sell enough shit in the garage and scrape up $4,000 and get in if that's where you're at, right? It doesn't matter. And it doesn't even have to be pressure washed. It can be anything. Here's what we do, guys. We do what we want to do. That's what we do. Mike, Vadan's up because he be up. Mike and Justin could have said, well, we want to build an app, but we can't. We can't build an app. It's going to cost too much money, or it's going to take too much time, or it's going to take too much brain cells and R&D and development. We can't do that. The hell you can't? Yes, you can. The people that build apps, put pants on like the rest of us. They do it. And the crazy thing is some of them are actually stupid too. Like they're dumb as I am. So you can build one. Like, now that don't mean it's going to be easy. What you mean to say is, what this dude meant to say is, I ain't going to be able to go this year because I have reasons, or I'm not going to get around to it, or I'm not going to prioritize it. But never say I can't, because what you're doing is you're relinquishing the power that you have to the ether. You're giving away your ability to make decisions to the mystical ether. Yesterday, chick that I know personally posted about groceries being expensive. And they are. Her husband has a business. He has a Softwash business. And he does decent. And I don't know his like personal, I don't care to know his personal business. That's his own. But I do know that he ain't out there crushing it every day, which is fine. Maybe he didn't start his business to crush it every day. You know, free time is a thing. Schedule flexibility is a thing. But I just noticed that they post a lot of, well, money ain't everything, and don't chase money, and living a small, simple life is good. Your prerogative. You can say that. Or that could be code for, I'm not really going to bust my ass and I'm just going to kind of like do 2 or 3 jobs a week. Dude, do 2 or 3 jobs a week. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But here's what you can't do. You can't post every other post is, but you're poor and you're justifying it. You're broke and you're justifying it. You're not hustling and you're always trying to kind of make that like a religious thing. Well, money's not good anyway. You know, I won't post chase no money. No way. No, well, broke people say that, but they spend a whole lot of time at work trying to get paid. So you can't say all that and then turn around the next day and say, well, damn, groceries sure are high. They are high. Inflation sucks. You know who it don't bother? Me. I don't know how much groceries are. Pick your heart. Like what you're saying is it's the same attitude, it's the same mindset, it's the same perspective as this guy. I can't make it because groceries are too high. Well, how the hell did this guy make it? What's the difference? Yeah, groceries are high. You didn't know that? Like, just work more. Quit doing 3 jobs a week. Freaking Joe Deary, if he's still in here, Joe will do that many jobs by lunch. Now, that don't mean Joe's not aware that inflation is a thing. Yeah, the price increase affects everybody. But he's just not like sitting around reactive to the universe. He decided to be proactive, even in the good times. When you don't need to go do 6 jobs a day, but he knows that this is a seasonal business. And so you're going to rake it up and put hay in the barn while you can, right? Especially where he's at. He's up in Connecticut. He don't wash year round. So he's kind of gamed the chessboard out like, okay, well, I've got the opportunity right now. And Joe is still in the chat here. Tell me if I'm right, Joe. He ain't just sitting around thinking about inflation all day, but he's also not going to post, damn, inflation sucks, while he didn't work that day. You see what I'm saying? What it is it's your brain fucking yourself. You're like, I'm not going to work really hard, but then I'm going to complain because I don't have the results of working really hard. And then I'm going to blame it on Joe Biden. Now, I hate Joe Biden much as the next man. And technically, the economy and all that stuff is a major factor that none of us can directly like control. That is true. It is actually a true statement that inflation's up, and the same cart of groceries costs double than it did. Yes, that is right. Interest rates. I understand that. I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm just not going to acknowledge that is the reason. I'm not going to give it the power, because the biggest overarching reason is because I didn't put in enough work if I'm in that situation. It's not because Kansas is too far. Hell, it ain't too far for the other guy. California ain't too far for the other guy. See what I'm saying? So think about how you say things. Think about how you view things. If I'm gonna build a pump, I can't build no pump. Yeah, you can. You can. Make hay while the sun shines, but I also do wash in the rain. Dude, that sums the whole freaking thing up. Take advantage of it. It especially frustrates me to see guys in our industry. RPC, what's up, bro? He probably out there working too. Work every minute you can work. Stay about it. Stay about it. It frustrates me to see guys in our world that I know have a piece of equipment and they're washing and they're in year like 2, 3. Because that means that if they're not making it at this point, it's just literally because they're not trying. Like they have the equipment. They know that a wash job equals X revenue. They know how to, they should have it some fucking figured out how to get jobs by now. But they're just like, no, the economy. Yeah, I know, but RPC, are you worried about the economy? Are you sitting around? It ain't like you're happy about it, but it ain't ruining your day. Why? Because you've put in so much work back there. You've put so much hay in the barn that you can absorb the grocery bill. It don't make a shit. You've lived carefully and worked hard, right? To the point where I've eliminated a lot of boogeymen that can come and get. I ain't saying there ain't some. You can't eliminate all of them. You could have a car wreck, boom, $1 million hospital bill. You could be like Vidan had major freaking hospital bills a few years ago. Some of that stuff's out of your control. But the stuff that's in my control, getting from Kansas to Tennessee is fucking doable. It's like, it ain't that far. It's not that far. It is not that damn far. Good example for you guys this morning. Watch your mindset. Guard your mindset. Don't be around people. Don't be around people that have that mindset. Don't let that bleed into you. Go check out Myron Golden's YouTube channel. I love me some Myron Golden. He is excellent. He is very, very excellent. Probably my favorite YouTube channel right now. I was listening to cutting grass, listening to him Saturday. Had to come over here and cut the grass at the other house. And he's very intentional with his words. He will not say try. I try to not say try. I am going to do or I'm not going to do. Well, I'll try. No, that's code for you're not going to do it. That's code for I ain't going to do. I tried. No, just either go do it or just don't fuck around with it. Like do it or don't do it. But don't try. I'm not trying to try. Do it. Go to Pigeon Forge with your old truck. Get you some pork rinds. Get you an RC Cola, okay? And walk around and look at old trucks and bullshit around for a weekend and have yourself a good time. Or don't. But don't say Kansas is too far. That's my whole deal. Guys, have a great day. Wash Wednesday. Go make some money. Prime washing season. It is upon us. I'm gonna go down here and build some pumps. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go try to build some pumps. No, we gonna go build some pumps. That's what's been happening. We're gonna build some skids. We're at Wednesday ain't started yet. As of 2 days into the week, we've shipped about 550 packages. I think 520 packages for the week. We're gonna ship a couple thousand packages this week. That's what we're going to do. They're going to send 2 UPS trucks up here at least one day this week. That's what's going to happen. I ain't going to try. We're going to do it. We're not going to even allow, the marketing, this. No, Kansas ain't that far. Peace out, guys. Have a good Wednesday. I'll see you.